don't slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Green 80.
54. I'm not ready.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Green 80.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, they'll run the screen with Carson. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They go play action here on 1st down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. Come on.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mike, 57.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. And he whips that one incomplete there. Johnson, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And an Eagles first down. Here we go, back. Waiting!
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Blue draw, Parker.
57 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go for it.
To throw is Wentz. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Check 52. Brown. Pilot, 64, weak.
Going for it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
5-9.
Wentz now to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Here we go. Ready? Check 26.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. This is caught. And he's brought down. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run. It's Campbell. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right there.
Wilson to throw again. Complete. It's Johnson. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. He gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun they give to Tomlinson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson was the intended receiver. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Well, this is caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And an Eagle first down.
Wentz now on first down. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wentz again. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 23 yards the pickup there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Wentz. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run!
Into the red zone. Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Elliott puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
58, right over there.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
That's going
to be a long day.
Hey, Charlie.
57.
Now Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 120.
Stop your body.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
I'm scared.
Let's find 7.
58, come on. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They go again to Tomlinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third and 9.
380.
Mike 54. Silver.
380.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A third down gain of 19.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Draw play, Tomlinson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Here we go. Back man. 280.
On first down, Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Wentz now to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will. Cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
54, right? 12. He's coming. Double up.
Wilson now operating from the gun. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Wilson. To throw on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Wilson. And an alley to run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Let him know. Pull up for signal. Right there. 50. Trump right. 54 Mike. 3 buzz.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. They'll find Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First and 10 at the 33.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Again, it's Tomlinson. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Now it's Tomlinson, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden